And now, another You Can't Comp This episode highlight.
Alrighty, this is a very selfish segment, but this is the one I want to talk about. Don Russ next day autographs. So this is something I want to talk about in terms of trends, and it's something that I want to highlight in terms of where is the hobby currently moving to and where can you find some value for money. So Don Russ next day autographs are the chase card from Don Russ. They're a case hit. They're on-card rookie autographs, and they I speak very, very highly of them. I think they're incredibly collectible. And I think in some ways they're almost they overvalue the overall product of Don Russ significantly. Like I feel like without next day autos, there's not you might as well collect hoops, to be honest. So
Love me a bit of hoops. Hoops has just dropped. Come on.
there's nothing wrong with hoops. I don't mean it like that, but I'm saying if you took these out and I had to choose between the two boxes, I'd probably just get some hoops. So the thing at the moment that's really interesting to me, though, is the values of these are very, very reachable at the moment. And I'm actually a little bit shocked to see, some of these prices come down. So in terms of speculating on a lower end rookie or someone who you think is on the up and up, this is something that I would put into your chase list, or at least, do a couple of searches around.
Yeah.
The other thing I probably would mention, though, is there's very significant tiers in the pricing. So, for example, the Trae Young sold for that was PSA 9 sold for 3,200. So, like these cards are still very much up there, but at the same time, I'll run through some of the sold prices now. So, Gary Trent sold for $70 USD. Luka Garza sold for 40 USD. Josh Christopher PSA graded 10 for 90 USD. I probably think, in all these cards we're about to say, I think that's the best value in here, particularly for PSA 10. Jaden Springer for 40 USD. Chris Duarte for 65 USD. I don't mind that either. Jared Butler for 20 USD. Trey Mann sold for 152 USD. For me, I was probably a little bit surprised about that. Kuminga sold for 370 USD, and I really like this one a lot. Kobe White sold for 55 USD. And we've already talked about Kobe White this year in terms of his PSA 10. So his Prism rookie sold for 4 USD, if I remember correctly. So that was like way down. And someone that we did a little Facebook live video about in the last couple of weeks is Ty Jerome. So that sold for 9 USD.
Which is, that's value, right?
I really like that, actually. I think at that price, that's quite good. And in terms of, the ultimate bargain, there was a Kyle Guy that sold for 10 USD. So that's just frankly juicy.
Is this one here on January 8th one of your purchases? Admiral Schofield, next day auto, $14 US.
Is that what it sold for?
Yeah.
I have a Schofield of that, but no, that was I've pretty much banned myself from buying any more Schofield. Like I'm out. Yeah.
There's some value to be had for sure. I'm going through a list now on 130 point, and wow. We can make pocket change a segment.
Yeah, look, a couple of these, should be in pocket change. There's only
$7.50 for a Ty Jerome.
Really?
Yeah.
I got robbed. There's only a couple I did want to mention, though, because there was a Dwayne Bacon on here that it's actually listed as next day auto, but actually that's the Panini Instant autograph. So just be careful. Some of the Panini Instant cards are on card autographs, and they have a very slimmed down design, quite similar to the next day autograph. So just be a little bit careful with that. I think the two biggest differentiators is that it'll have the team logo on the next day autograph. And then if there's a picture of the back, it'll actually say next day auto on it too. So just, if you're not too sure about it, you can always ask the seller to put it on there.
So the collector number on the back says ND?
Yeah.
Yeah, for next day.
Yeah. And the other thing you can do too is, because these are only rookie cards, you can look up the rookie year that it was and then compare the other rookies out of that set to it, if you're not too sure. So that's another way you can sort of differentiate it too, because I think there is a little bit of confusion sometimes, and whether people are doing it, deliberately or not, that's a little bit open to discussion. But yeah.
Some good ones. Definitely some bargains to be had for sure.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's a good place to find value
Yeah.
in the hobby, and you know how highly, I guess, people value on card autographs.
Yeah.
So the next day auto is highly sought after. It is the first genuine on card rookie
Yeah.
auto, isn't it? So
That's right.
here is the way that you can get in touch with Russell and myself and be a bigger part of the show. Now, if you follow the link tree to our Facebook group, that is where Russell and I put our mailbags up, our card versus card, our player versus player, our buy, hold, sell questions. All of those will go up on socials, on IG as well, using the handle @YouCan'tCompThis. Now, if you do have a more tailored question, feel free to PM us on Instagram. You can reach out in our Facebook group, and we'll be happy to respond and see if it's something that we can add to the show. Once again, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate the support and love creating this content for our loyal listeners. If you haven't done so already, we'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button and click the bell for notifications. So hopefully we see you when we go live. Thanks for watching.